from Chapter 3. So this is screencast 3.2 in the Revealed series. We just got done working with adding a background layer from an existing layer in 3.1. Let's go to a couple other things. Let's start with our work surface. How we visually see Photoshop, we see all these individual panels. We see these things. I have a histories panel here. And by the way, go ahead and expand that histories panel if you're not already. I have a channels path. I have all these panels already set up when I open Photoshop. Well, let's say you're somebody that likes panels closed or open. So let's say you add a bunch of panels and you want to save this work surface so when somebody else comes in and works on it, they don't mess up yours. What we can do is go up to the Essentials drop-down arrow or the Work Surface drop-down arrow, and we're going to go to a new workspace. We're going to save this new workspace. Okay, for this workspace, we're going to give it a name, and we're going to call this one Legacy. So and go ahead and click Save. So how everything looks on our screen is now saved in a workspace. And feel free to add and subtract things to it. And if you add something to it, just go up and it'll automatically save, or you can delete it, or you can reset it to where it was. Okay, let's work some layers by adding some layers. Let's click the Lighthouse layer on our layers palette. So if we want to add layers to this, we talked about deleting layers. If we want to add layers, let's go to the layer part on the menu, go down to New, and let's just click Layer. What happens there is you get a dialog box that pops up and it says, what do you want to call this layer? Let's just call it Layer 1. Let's just hit OK. You click OK. What happens is the last layer you were clicked on, it drops a new layer above it. Okay. With that layer selected, let's go down to the trash can on the Layers palette and click the trash can to delete that layer, and click Yes when that pops up. Another way of adding a layer is using the Layers palette itself, and that's what I prefer to use. So if I'm already working in the Layers palette, I'm going to click on Lighthouse, make sure I'm there. I'm going to go over here to the Layer button right next to the trash can. I'm going to click on a new layer, and that's going to drop in a new layer right above it. And it doesn't even give me the dialog box to rename it, but I could still rename it over here if I needed to. Now we are going to be working with this layer, so please do not delete this one. We'll be working with this in 3.3, so leave this layer here. That concludes 3.2. Please get ready for 3.3.